Hey, welcome back to a new video. How you all doing? Hope you're all well. So today we are carrying on, like we said yesterday, with doing the wood cladding.
Yes, we're going to try and get as much done as possibly can.
Yeah.
Be nice if we can actually finish it. I don't know if I'm being a bit too...
ambitious.
Yes, ambitious.
Yeah, well, we've got 2 doors to do and 1 side to do.
Which the side shouldn't be too hard because it's literally just straight pieces of wood, really.
Yeah. But yeah, so let me quickly show you. So we've got this side. Obviously this door needs doing. We've got this side, which we can do because there's going no electrics on there. And then if I come in, we've got this door, which we started yesterday, but we haven't finished. So we've got that side to do. And then we've got the bulkhead we can do as well. We can't do the roof or that side until we've got all the electrics done. So we've got plenty to do and keep us busy today. But I do think we could probably actually get all that done today. And then tonight and tomorrow, I think it's kind of order all of our electrics. Because then obviously we need to start fitting that. And we need to fit the roof bars. But they're obviously in a later video, not today. But we've actually got a really good setup today because we've got the cutting station here, which is inside the garage today, and the van is parked right there, so we can just hop in and out, and it'll make it a lot quicker and a lot smoother for us. So hopefully we can get it all done. Alright, so this is where we got to so far, making some nice progress. But like we said in a previous video, we've got bulbs there for the number plate. And obviously if we want to change them, because they will blow at some point, we need to get to them. And I don't fancy having to unscrew everything. So what we're going to do is cut out 2 right now, this long. So they're 73 inches long. And we're not going to screw that one in. We're going to not screw that one in, and then screw the one below it in. And then that's obviously like sandwich. And then that middle one should be able to slide in and out when we need to get to the bulbs. That's the plan. We'll let you know if it works or not. Right, so we managed to fit it, and it's actually worked a treat. So, like I said, we've screwed the top one in, we've not screwed the one in where the lights sit, and then we've screwed the bottom one in, and it means that you just grab both ends and slide it out, get to your lights, and then all you do is slide it back in. And when you look at it, you don't really notice the difference. We was gonna, Tab said about like we could just snap off like the little tongue and groove bits and just screw it in, but then you'd have to be constantly screwing it in and out. Well, not constantly obviously, because how often do you actually change that light? But yeah, this way it just means it's nice and easy, no screwdrivers or anything like that. Just slide it out, slide it back in when you're done, job's a good one. So I'm really happy with that, to be fair, because that was something I just thought of yesterday, and I was like, we could try that, and it's actually worked nicely. But we're going to finish the rest of this door because there's only like 3 more bits probably to do. Then we're going to go and grab some food because we're hungry, and then come back out and crack on with the other door. Yeah, must admit, I do like working with wood, and this is nice and nice to work with, but there's a lot of curves. It goes like this, so like it kind of curves in the actual door, this face does, and then it kind of like curves in from both sides as well, so you have to measure like each slat pretty much. But it's not too difficult, and we're making a lot better job of it than we did on the VW when we was doing that cladding. Right, so that is the wood cladding on the doors done. That's all we managed to get done today basically. We thought, obviously, when we started the video that we'd actually get a lot more than that done, and we didn't. It actually takes a lot longer than we thought it was going to take, just because there's so many curves in the door that you constantly have to measure each strip. And on top of that, I made such a rookie mistake. Basically, when we was doing this door, which is obviously where all like the lock and stuff like that is, when I was drilling in one of these, it sounded like a crack or something, or like I hit something. Didn't think anything of it at the start. I kind of tested the door out like as it is now, like that, and it was working. I was like, well, that's all right. And basically got down to about here, and then I was like, oh, let's actually just test, see if the door's just shut and lock. Because I heard another crack when I did this one over here. So I shut the door and pressed lock. At least I thought I pressed lock. So in my mind I pressed lock anyway, and it didn't lock. Tried it a few times, didn't work. But on the Iveco keys, oh, hold on the Iveco keys, is it focusing on it?
Yeah.
So you got like 3 buttons. You've got the top one, which is unlock front doors. You got the bottom one, which is unlock back doors, and the middle one locks them all. But for some reason, both me and Tabitha keep thinking that you can lock each set of doors individually as well as unlock them individually, which you can't. So I was pressing unlock back doors rather than lock, because obviously it's just one lock button, and I keep thinking that you can press like either or button, and it will lock and unlock, but it doesn't. It just locks. There's one button for that, and then there's separate unlock buttons for the front and for the back. Yeah, so that's actually where I went wrong. So then when I opened the door, I thought, oh, I'll see if this, like the actual locking mechanism here works. So I actually locked it myself, and then I realised I can't unlock it because the key doesn't work, does it, in the back door? So there's me like thinking, I've hit something, like I've screwed something up, or yeah, something like that. When in fact all it was I was just pressing the wrong button. So I ended up taking all of the wood off that I'd done up to here. So I'd taken all this off. I taken off the silver foil, and then I was inside looking around there for a good, I don't know, probably half hour or something like that, which was proper annoying. And then I realised what mistake I'd made. But now it's all working fine. So yeah, it's all perfectly fine, and they're all clad. They look pretty smart. I wouldn't say they look perfect, especially this door. On this edge, it's a bit wonky, but that's just because the door's a bit wonky and I kind of cut it a bit wonky. But the most important part is obviously these edges, which will be in the middle of the van when we shut the doors and when you're in there. And they're straight. They're nice and straight. They look fine. And we're thinking we'll probably end up putting like some shelves or like some of that netting that we had in the VW on them at some point, obviously when the bed's built and stuff like that. So when we're laying in bed, obviously we've got like little shelves and pockets we can like make use of. But yeah, so back door's done. We're not going to get on with the side like we thought we was going to, so that's going to be tomorrow's task, is to clad at that side, because once we clad that, we can put in the bed beam where the bed's going to be, and then we can clad the bulkhead, and then we can start building the kitchen really while waiting for the electrics, because we're going to order the electrics as well in the next day or two, because we've kind of sorted our finances out and what we're going to spend and what we're not spending and all that sort of stuff. So we know what we're getting, and we'll sit down and order it, and we'll do an actual video, all of that on its own, because that's a completely different beast. And it's probably going to take me like a day just to sit down and kind of get everything that I want for the electrics, to try and order it in a bulk, because obviously I want to order it all to try and get it all here, and then I ain't waiting for like days for other things to arrive. So that'll be a whole video on its own, because like I say, it'll probably be a whole day. But for today, we are going to end it here. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow.